Yɛtwa ho kɔgye yaboafo enkrato yasan aba sɛde mekan ne yɛbɛyɛ nkomatwetwe a ɛfa wɔ man Ghana emra ɛne abɔnefo sɛm a ɛkɔso ɛwɔ man mu na wɔpani wɔyɛ mmarahyɛbadwani wɔsan ɛyɛ obi a wɔyɛ lawyer ni na waben ɛwɔ mmara mu yie paa wokɔ efutu empatamu a winiba ɛne ne empatamu nyinaa wɔno ɛno ɛyɛ mmarahyɛbadwani ɛwɔ hɔ Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin Honorable Yamajo
Ejodo
Adom na constituency boko there
Adom efutuman bibia boko yegodo kakanka.
All right. And eba be education kakra ye nyina ebete niema bi ase. Ye tete pa ye say emra no ene abonefo sem ekoso say du bia bia se emra no ene tumi ebo ye ho ban. Nanso na akoso unhunu se emra mu no hefa ene ese ekọ eba ne se na posifo eja nipa no abra o hwade no ankasa pa otumi se we de emretia no complete na nipa no ye gya na wonenam ho crime any law twaka edantem woni say
well nyumbi mada wase the program or bado mejes the one pinara worship hen no ana wote no so obosuaze pfm problem cry ya one wo Ghana onenye de obia wo na adwen wo boni bi hu and bringing say those prejudice them instinctive interpretation of an event and now in law yabaka actors and acts of an individual against another person and now a conduct of a nimpebino yefrido wafum but mamanka into sidubio there as I offer a crime another atumbra na woko bokwe drone it is defined by law say siara menyo kese eko Holland abrochimema obi kete wi na orotona ontiembra o smoke wi ana marijuana wo kroma police range America ne baby elton wi a ontiembra el smoke wi a ontiembra America baby beyin na beyin tumuwar ontiembra besia na besia tumuwar ontiembra eba Ghana beyin na beyin ekowara embranitia beyin besia na besia erewara otiembra nanso se obi kade ori ye bibi ana obi ye bibi na sa wo kade the maza waye no onya oyede kohwe mbrane de mbran oseden mama mo examples bibio
okay
wase obi ekum nyimpa dem branere kan in your introduction no ekuku nyimpa otiem brade boku obi ana beyi obi ne nkwa na police fo akire nyimpa okire no wonye evidence nyi de nyimpa na wo so okokure bi o de second bi na sebe ozo kweko one emoja owo second no de wokaye test wokohwe nyimpa ni DNA na azinya wotumu de there's a linkage ebi obi a oye eyewitness ohu ni dem bezi kenken no oye busuenyi oye nyankombrebo ose onke gina adaka no mu obetumpo wetukwan police hwehwe na wo hu obi enyim de o osimesi ono na onyim de demase mesi now in the absence of evidence in Bremen yes probative value evidence are onye adwene bi keke onye speculative onye mere suspicion but probative value onye de waka na wode na asem no mu wasan den mu bi wa atomu de mosi anyen onye ntina court work cross examination aka wasem mewie lawyer so obey them I put it to you or baby se bisa onsam one the way ebotu me janwana da aka wasem no de evidence amazing or probative value actually you have been able to withstand the test of cross examination but in the absence of them evidence better then akaka de me nyimpa wa commit murder
second na the war no you won't say ya wa second
good
but the enemy say we eda ne dem
that's right
second and a war no
nyimpa ohun de the man as no cordono also on court.
And it's like Kobanasa, Nipo who ye no anyhow, but please for who say, would them win any panewuda? Ya one a second ya.
Say Nimpani denier, there's nothing you can do. Mammo example be
fingerprint.
Fingerprint, or you don't connect to the DNA. You can fingerprint, you take any fingerprint. Na any evidence, on intin and bripino, enqua bruchira. Crime scene in Wufin Zagor. Ghana, oh yeah, crime scene in ye rush, Nimpane with the one, a bokone bushanfo, wakaman, the way in commentary. Immediately, no, I say evidence, crime scene evidence, binary fingerprint, you will not have it. Intino, ono for instance, no, Otum was a helpy, or a police. Now, another so in Bripinoya, in your general public, we perceive crime to be the mayati one from him. Now, judges now what one will follow due process. Intino say azeno ambo to win him one no kwampado, baby to the charge sheet. A charge will be for stealing. Na fact no. Fact na and some na reckon and with the charge sheet in ye wanzeme basa wodo ye wo fact of the case only asamanu ebo no tofa na atro then ye call particulars of offense asamana kwedu na azrebon ebima ninye mbra no se den you on this day in the midday yedam na statement of offense ono so atrim the adeno okaye no embiro okekaye ena no answer. Now say police or your mistake and our prosecution your mistake facts particulars of offense na say or matcha nimpan obebefi proving somebody's guilt in a crime has to do with procedure and follow procedure na ye ni biara obebefi. Now I mean as a practitioner in this field of criminal law my court several times. Man can go police for when you must say. Man can go CID for when you must say. But America them robber ya. Yenya yabati yanwase as a country. There, a Jumana area as a CID. A Jume Mesumezi as a lawyer. Me yamizi ye na wusi ya wuzi ye. I'm telling you that with my experience, and I believe that is the experience of a lot of lawyers. Most at times in the CID for wonya butter, what should be they get what I call arrest happy. They easily action. Giddy. Now, caution statement and it's just the first step. So it should be called police station. What is case in Amo? Ebia who a paying station master and a crime officer or the case in Amo CID in the door. Jedami investigate wa assign the case na mo. Wo first step a profile in nimpan no suspect ni din ne baadze dem baby ofi in fear ways e be adwuma no ye. That is the first step a profile for friend then a suspecting. The next step no or your interrogation. Asam na was amon or dey bisa won that's the first step. Bisa na asama owia. It is expected them wake bian or do tintim wakata do. That is where a lot of our CID officers or police investigators fall into that trap of speculation. Because during the interrogation, police in Biano, the first strategy would make sure would be to get you as much as possible to admit to the offense. So that Nejumaye and Kaden. But one also know a slippery ice and lawyer Papa Biano Obotun will take advantage because I want our police in to be a mistake. Intino Nimpanaba police station, no caution statement, Akaja Mijafo, the Mazizi, Akubobina Sum, Ayaban, into Jitum. Ebi accidentally, in Okobo Nimpanaso, and a Nimpana, Obonasum, Wababa reports, Ebia Bibinti, not so. Mobonasum, but Manshadara. But our police may say, hey, Jitum, no wajatum, no watro. When you would do court, also, my lord, in his caution statement, he admitted to the offense. Do, my lord, my friend, na, me da sem ni sin in pin, Ojitum the YM from do. Most of the cases at the district court, in the circuit court, and even sometimes at the high court. It means that is one fundamental mistake in police for our investigations. And one of them only was in Tokase. Now, the police for one year. Now, they wouldn't rush into getting somebody to say that I've admitted to an offense and in my caution statement. Now,
any panic to me, say your own plea. One can swag to me.
You see, there are situations your admission of guilt in your caution statement, and eventually what do I'm guilty. What baby so they're guilty or not guilty? Now you do the akado mizifo. Now, Supreme Court, there is a case be Republic versus Frimpong. Nimpa no ya armed robber, armed robbery case. Were convicted, and now we appeal and succeed. Now we call Supreme Court. What do Supreme Court? Yen Papa Justice Doche or Kaja or Trump the actual lead judgment. Now, okay there. Nimpa na our prison or Frimpong alias Igbo man. On ye no confession statement now or making a police station on the pet in a wojinado. Now was it jailing? Number prosecution to me prove it there beyond the confession statement. He was actually part of the crime, and prosecution to me lead the evidence. Now, it got back to 1963. There was another Supreme Court decision between one Donko, no only the Republic, no so about confession statement. The Animpan Wajenum from that room, the wire one. Supreme Court case no could appeal. Supreme Court look. The fact that a person makes an incriminating statement against himself does not simplicity make him guilty of an offense. The fact that Nimpan Wajatum miyewi miyo wuzifu meku nimpa miye prostitute only in prosecution where you may ibwe wusi go beyond the statement and prove his guilt. This is what the Supreme Court has said. Now, I am Brandon answering
me say iPad.
Oh, good.
Me and me
good. Moduho. Then I'm saying, I care the cocaine is same bay. Now, what cocaine? I care the Eja Tagona, Eja Isa Abbas. What do you want to High Court or convicting one? Also, Justice Doche, then as an additional High Court judge. Or convicting one, Ghana Fupina Wobo and say, oh, Wajelo Binum Naze. Deputy Attorney General, the matter I'm not a private practitioner, Dr. Ayeni, very sharp lawyer, a great brain, in law. All identity, come on, what's as no crap appeal? What shame brand, what bubuini, what's the to what done and brand, what's the cry? Court of Appeal. Judges about unanimous decision. What's the look? The conviction was wrong in law. Osande, in some now prosecution is a 2-1. One fan 2 way one no kwando. For instance, Court of Appeal can look. Some of the charges in our wakado a Tagos there we deal in cocaine war Holland. What was the date? It's Maria laptop. Date be na Maria the laptop. Into me get court and kade. Osimesi we laptop. Laptop no ni. And I knew laptop numpo is owie. Owie na dabe. Him for no fair war. If all those information are missing, you can't say there or you read. Into the Court of Appeal case, what they mean, those were the issues, and the Court of Appeal through Justice Apoya, Judgment Debt Commissioner, or make observation or say the fact that your friend then narcotics again notoriety there ajizin on in trade yen principles na already you follow you ba ka hye na ya achiche nkofo nti no ono so ya another afutu. So it goes beyond what the ordinary mind may perceive. what the law says is what must be followed.
Okay, but yen share genuine no share wo nkurase ni ade. Titru pa say the okan no, ko police station and as a court e be kan kire so ogitum a o sentence be ba form. O gitum ka say o me di for e be boa wa ma. Atemu afo no be hunu say asem na o kan no pese be ma adwuma na ye den. E ho no.
Meya. Hwe the masema kafa be me yin wo ya adwen papa no yam do de wara in some tronya the one kasa so law na eze chi kakra. In fact, anytime I'm a cross, me use a cross court, but anytime I'm a court outside Accra, I get sad. Me kede sometimes make a year case be war Bramani Sikuma. Me pay if you court them one. Me ya a drama wo twa mu share na lawyer ebe lawyer nyame show and sana police fu wo ku yen sana police fu wo dem dun konofin even ya yesu eduro ya I mean man ka the police fu was saying brand but mama kan ye there most of times and one fa in brand ankasa more kanu one fa anye dwuma and if wo ya na dama case no kosora Ozi abebro grand odebro one because the judges up no would interpret the law in a manner that is consistent with the provisions in the criminal code. And obandama nyimpan bondo nam krum na say judge npo magistrate high court judge okaje bribe. Nya bribe bi na wakaje. Na mbom wara wo charge sheet na anye ni fact no anye ni ingredients of the offense what's the assembly ehu kwedu biara was born ne ingredient ho ye won sama abotum oye there it to one they prove the offense on internet recently me the last week but mo radio do what's it imbesiafo bi
ashawofo no
oh man Canada me kada ma mezi won yo
sa no mo kan no na me kan
but ekade ye ni nuanu mbesiafo a
okay
wogu won enyim asen dam na me pede ye kan
okay
osande police for your mistake kase and all of us fell into that trap including the magistrate who presided over the matter and I'm going to prove I'm going to prove to you sure police for asam ni there residents or at cantonment no what it cantonment no what's odo ani fan mbesiafo be medase wo be dede wo ho na wo ye dem na wo kwatwe masam ni the young public order acting offenses p or wa abotu by then I charge one na jabrum but to may use bear 4 na ejenya one but if police you go and talk about soliciting for immoral purpose masa soliciting for immoral purpose under section 275 and 276 you must prove the ingredients according there soliciting for immoral purpose there is an operative adjective or shame there if the person does so persistently okay it work there persistently it police yi kada wo do one they conducted a swoop akwa to nkofu de wojino through a swoop the ingredient of persistent actors is out you have lost it important matter because wo first time akoto you could do when na nyimpa na ahunu no so wo first time ehunu nyen in law
emo mo ankasa police ni na twem communicate say omo agetum say and we gran kan ye ho we dey kan ye ho we kan ye ho.
This is where we are coming back to the issue of whether your admission of guilt simpliciter would mean that indeed you are guilty as my sir on a maker there
in say law na ya na terms ni go for no ntia ya na dey aba for
ma say on a make picture there say nyimpa ni gitum dem ma yem from do a warankasa police na ehwehwe asem no mun ko embranum na bi so wo de embranu so se dey okay akwa eyi nwa what dem so no mu cantonment so no mu no what so do an fa wonder what mean what ya adwen me office wo trade fair me for cantonment no na me enyim no kwarani mu mbesiafo de wo je ho anefa nkanka ya ye dwuma wo chambers late ye kofie 10-11 odu bi 6 o'clock ja ye kwato do nkofu gina ho okay ye twem ho na meze kofie many one what is so money ya adwene there mbesiafo them what you did, but you can charge them with other offenses. The eke you be dede will be nifnab. But the police kade or charging with soliciting for immoral purpose, then there's a problem. Because a conduct is soup and first time I hear them as in any case, say a charge one for soliciting for immoral purpose, then it suggests there witnesses will make them complaining. And it means that one what is so no or they been to court witness box in what can do them girly they be a moon or moon that be in iba. Now watching this car no in a kay bibi. Now I say nature aba watching this car is massa. But
how to prove
exactly man can that is the law. Obeyezen intinam bridge one watch on brand one pede yebo ebosora kade obi ye tutu yin. These are the conditions to meet. These are the ingredients of the offense. Intino, if it's a nyimpa there or ye tutu yin, na yino kokod na judge so ebia falls into that gallery of speculation. That well one can say ajatum intino.
On your own plea, one can say ajatum.
That is what I'm saying. So offense on ye. Strict liability. The presumption of guilt.
Brofui.
Oh yes, you know. Let me feed the bob bomb. And when them baby or what on there? So what bo kwe do na or that one kasa. It defend on there. I didn't hear. Okay.
Okay. I know there's one defend on one. Like I say.
Sure. Now, them prostitution in Bray. The burden is not on Nimpana accused person to the over proven innocence. The burden is on our police. They're able to prove the guilt. The wire one. On a maker there, and Brano or the actual. There, if follow them step by step there. Nimpano was solicited for immoral purpose. Immoral purpose now was solicited for no. The person was doing so at a public place. Okay? Persistently, why the mazen. Now you cannot tell me there. Botum approve the Nimpan. Or Kodara, why the Mazana, or you do be observant, and hear them be on your no Albacon, or you do be observant, or you do be soon there. The Mazan sorry and or Digiska. No, we bet not the Canamuna why then what testify. There, Ampa, the most messy, minimum power. They be obeyed now a Togo embassy. They be ambaying for him warban or warco, them, or Jumuska, or ya them, Marco Todo. Na benyino so awoye them the member in funabo you know they for in your one because them with ingredient in being yima you won't be successful. Only in ya in bringing around obi kade or you guilty or chede why umfumdo. It depends on the circumstance or the kadamasaman. Intino it's up to us especially when you say nimpa any lawyer. I would judge there's a fact. Not doing the police for my young they be I will enter a not guilty plea.
But the police for no be a minimum commanders in BT2. I no motor super. Say a lawyer for a judge for Muse Mojuma. Which make a check for the never pout me say for clean. Now them raining and one year jano. And she do baby no more bamabu. Sasana said, yeah. Ebi kura suggest say be as I shoot to kill ye by ye be an any be I say ye the nipa no kura be gina courtwa mo de mra ye a wo kan ye abene nam ho a na ye gya no are known notorious criminal na ye gya no nam krum
one any notorious criminal one any obi a wa ye bon na wa court na we gya no mezika ma ka cho say ye nyina ye nya ye ho abotel as stakeholders who are interested in fighting crime and using the judiciary processor. I'm sure innocent people would exactly. Memo example. And say on Cheribia, I said there was a or Jumtuni and or Jumtofo Dasebre Jamra watching the cocaine. About some see what UK. When Johnny Bia, we were compensating. When the cocaine is Shanubia. But British investigators and one sort of e one na me pede yen police for was one it has crime and investigations atumu there Americans, British, yen European brothers when it comes to crime or abutapa
database fingerprints fingerprints
we'll come to that one na me pede me to go your political platform yes did or man Mr. IGP or you'll be a meta prison so why you don't call you years and make trouble kaka Mr. IGP there them women Kwedubia was a bobia was a from Bracando. I agree the sentiment of the police, the frustrations of the police, but it calls for more resources. The police should make a case, government so and our benso, boom with the police for modern technologies in combating crime. One resource police for. Exactly. Share of late there is this new of crime was money laundering. Money laundering, which is the major marketing power as a defense counsel in many cases because that's the area I specialize. Okay? Oh yeah, na mini yoko foroko. Oh yeah, na mini FIC foko. Oh di bia what the cases ni bi ba meto call them. Me shwedi na masro na me say yoko fo when you ambre. FIC fo wotum wadi gidi wo evidence money laundering defrauding by false pretense na me shwo na me so. What the nimpa no ko bia na oh wo fi the wenyan. Ekasa won't say. Emi me a defense lawyer. I won't have some reba. Share iye ni gidi a. Be free there. Obi aye bon no ye bon. Because offense be akade defrauding by false pretenses. Obi a transfer sika bro bi wo Ghana. Nyimpa no wa brochin on complaining there obi a defrauding. Owo na at bank one because what's a money laundering it is the small boy weighs 18 or a sakawa. Sakawa yano. Botuma ketcho bi do bi a sakawa. Ayaze. Wa in Bremino answer never can be receive $50,000 if you are brochure or a small boy. He doesn't deserve that amount. A unique account opening form no is inconsistent with a mandating is inconsistent with the transaction no. It can name you on botumaka to form the basis of your suspicion. But it can you name way. Answer never can the way defraudant it freezes you can another charge. You first need one key thing. There must be a formal complaint. Nimpa no transfer you must complain to you or to FIC and Ayoko and now to the Attorney General or to the police that I have been defrauded. If Nimpa nanka the way defrauded now, my brother, book be freeze accounting for 10 years. A charge no okay box cinema. Judge baby so one single question. Has the remitter complained? Oh my lord, has he complained? Now Bono Bisido, wait 21. Or call where mammy be wait 50 years. Now also to Ghana. If I see where you cause about Intina, or ye or Wabufraka Kraba, or Bini paying in Shadada. It's internet or your internet scam. Bottom is one aka. Botuma kado ya pempa boy. Botuma ka kan semi pi. But okay jina adaka nima. Court baby so there. Prove. Ibiti that the money laundering asama making. Before I be prove money laundering a burden be shift on nimpano to prove there. Sikano onyano onyan through a regular source and now from a lawful source no. Or they prove a predicate offense. Predicate offense in the bia or could defrauding. Waka you human trafficking. I know or you involved in some other offense be eba other offenses ebia nimpa no nyes can through some bribery ebi or your public official or your corrupt and abibi them. Into me prove the basic predicate offense now. The secondary offense of money laundering you will fail. But you see oh yeah yan law enforcement agencies you know were rush weren't say the other side or the washer the master me kokota defense lawyers in wabakadeng. Now after they deal with the ingredient of the offense asemi otden on internet America when you the difficulty in enforcing the successful prosecution because America they know America for British when you there proving somebody's guilt is not an easy task. Into what will be our friend plea bargaining. Okay? America, for instance, will be dealing cocaine, what catch Mexican be. We both will catch and okay. Cocaine, I would try a baby and canoe. Abia, it is worth about 5 million. Okay, yacho. But what pedo was stop at then, what trust into a bacado train, whooping now, or tell now, okay. No, it's train now. Yabaka cases of cocaine. It's worth abia $50 million. Yabamo just 2 million. So that they are prosecuted to crown and jail. Now, what you what I am?
I am
yes, only in plea bargaining. Abia tax, into our tax. What shall we do? Answer and what do court, what the cost of prosecution, court up and down. What to mentor? Negotiate. It's my happy. It's a complex.
Not just a material say me here. Nipa ye de dream ye hu say we are amamboyefo, we are criminals. Which we say we dey krom for pa. We are there. Na police for action we hu anu nam ho. Ghana court we hear for action ko tu scan ade no. Eye police for na ntwere wo mu nsem yi. Na ma basa.
Mexican market there in Bripi no. Yem police for oya the rush in doing it. What pre ho. Mafuta mezrefa mfamim ama wanye there. Ozikan wonya abota. Cases biaba wonya abota. Mamumo example. Obi kaye me yete nyame monpero manu de sumado. So obi fi wedwuma ma ha. Na okọ report wo police say ade. Osminwe me ni yedwuma na sebe Mese manu de sumado. We rape ma.
Hey.
Mr. Masimano Desumado on peril. The first reaction of the police, most of the times, you know,
case of interest, and Commander Frefrena, who say me can hope media be picking up.
Sure. But it is wrong because Oyede can Nimpano were extensive interrogation complainant. It's a year papa. Emma York hospital, doctor, medical reporting. Now you preliminary investigations. It got a preliminary
mostly
facts.
For hospital then the
No. Me catch it there. Sometimes, most of the times, they arrest you before. That many steps in your way take. Into my
okay.
Me catch before and check about arresting him. In your botarna, in Zamani, no with them. Asemi. I now have to move the next step. But most of the times, police baba betcho. Baba betcho nimpano. A chief contribution bone ingredient in item. Or some ingredient number. A didn't package a quarter. Why discharging? And as they acquitted. Deferment case is pure. Police for rush. I didn't book to appeal no wage nimpan because age of victim or your key. Age of the victim or a key to determining whether a sexual relation with the deferment and umbrella say on phone whether a be an impa wage 13 and a 14 in no consent or G2 mumpo there and that once are only 18 and straight away what to be charged with deferment. Into if police in as will be or bad thing be by them the member be about a baby in aka for Quembedo. Nese nyabuta gidi pakachin was not to it later cry walk kafa ne birth certificate ba prosecute a deferment case is by a CBA by in fianani police into me prosecuting yako court after initially absence of my judge or discharge. Now back to this case nimpa no the birth certificate baba na Ebia wezi 18 and 19. No one says from. A canon answer, there was a man, Papa Bia, watching the tomb. What's we defile before baby. Later, and son, a quick on Yeduma. Papa said there, no quick Yeduma. What's all I know? Now, what new trim remand. Eventually, Walker career test will Colibuna as a bay. What's a quick on Yeduma? Into our friend also the way defile, and no mamma, or Senaban, or a papa in Adan. into oye den or any day.
If you home aba Shannon son come a ye share do baby abahu na amamboyfo nam krom. Apostle so say lawyer for me ba no so cry fi say yes say na aboni ni si ya abahu na human rights lawyer si no ma sorry no ma aginem. They should wait until they are attacked by armed robbers before they stop defending some of these armed robbers and police for taka sabro fi pa nti ne pese hu say de ne bone hefa enamra no eka de fa ho eba ne sen na nipa bi ho na agya wo mo na wo mo enamo emonten hye so se so afa herbal tea ekura se den Dr. Che esubonten obo adwuma feedback ayenya efro manfo enom so afa herbal tea ho no eye pa wonya nnum bi a pebi ne nom wo de tonso hye mu a eba mu na afi wanom na aboawo ayo yade de afiri ho ebesam wanyi ache entwen ho na yenya aboafo nkrato yebesam basisi a I was saying, try home for Jay Abuafo and Crato ever. Nemum say, Ope Sofa about Tini be a two, more other regions, no be a two aquacoton. Mr. Alfred Dr. Chase Wonten was our number CSO. The number is 0244 572739. 0244 572739. Oh, I did be crying or some herbal clinic, which means I should come on one more obey me at the Abuao. And our friend was 0277 5963. 0277596366 na bomodi ana se wo screen na se wo the numbers no bebre e wo ho obetumi afa na woni no atwetwe enkomo but asembisa ne se ebi wo a yesi o ye criminal na na tum na more than 24 hours no what them near man bail enkura na se tesi pa bi wa itumi share that show Friday yesi me menda ma bail now them this Monday asemo
yeah, I mean, most of the times, you know me. Yeah. Me pede yumbri oba ye de asam na ye kanu ye twa about police for, but police for ye nyimpa. Odu bia ya so ye ka ho. Enyi wunyu nya asam. Asheda ni police nya akahihye. Ana akọ police wo eso one catching. Because of the 48-hour rule, because at least a arrest nyimpa within 48 hours, the law allows you to interrogate, but beyond that, you need the court's permission to keep the person in lawful custody. The Ebema courts now catch a court for investigations. Now, if one now, the abuse, there was a case here, judge in Obisa prosecution there. Are they seeking the remand? Because they are seeking to get the accused remanded in custody to assist them in investigation, and now they want to remand the person. Keke. Because a remand will be in Yenjinado. And that time, police into Mankasa. And keeping somebody in custody will not solve the problem of the police.
Because I phone lines. I
wanted to land on it. Yeah, we have a safe landing beyond
safe landing.
Sometimes so, I so them mechanic. It was some police station. Police if frau complain anti mbamba. Obey then a wire. Police is a cafe evidence bra. The mazi kafa bra. No to find you. Enko. Anko police you but why then why in ejuma. Intino. Oh yeah, in SMP.
Okay. 0302211705 and I say 706. 0302211704 and I say 706. Mr. Robert, Tiawampa, Eben or XYZ radio or say topic here, Obenya and Kiensa and Tosebere, Sebenya police for Krana, Yaji, woman, Sudi and Banisa. Felix Yamayo.
Yeah.
Felix of Refrain here now. The
Fefi that's one.
That's one. Yo, Felix went to it.
We show no topic near come up the nation of Pana. The ambassador can say they are honorable. And then they are being a true baby police prosecutors. No. In the police will be Bromoye LLB. A basic. Basic law. A bit more in their prosecution. But they don't use them. Some police for no one or two almost school fees. A young BBR. But almost as we use you for prosecution, they don't use them. If the prosecution doesn't be on one, they go to court and disgrace the police. You move be a more court. Hardly.
Okay.
Say this simple ingredients. I say we prove it in certain cases. You know. Sometimes when your case grana.
Okay. But as many points no one make it. Oh, I hear you,
Robert, now what you say?
Oh, I hear you, made us shame. Now, everything.
Yamisha for one, you believe in asset, no information center, the media two information center, Yamasi theory, obviate your life with Yamasi theory.
Okay. Oh, I hear you.
Was me born about Basopani to Mupa or their money. What about Yamisha Wati? But I need a Korean somewhere, and if a party and Fanfan, honorable trade. Enemy, Okwani, Buetia, and that's a honorable what you want to. If I don't get honorable, says a BBT and never be a Papa, young Fanfan, young day. Honorable, we have a number to one in my car. Bye. And as if he and fire and next caller. Minia, we didn't be our free fee until
I found the course at Macassaman.
I course I'm into it.
As someone can do because in some degree, police for the Asame Ako quarter, and also Omania Fatano, and to me, engineer Saint, you know. Judge a guy in Pamova. Memory and Wisdom Mampon. Judge in the catcher police for saying, you've been quano, drop for no crowd, trono, sentences, and no, with it. These are police for no, Omona, Omombua, your judicial system, and Cossier, Yan Sadia. And the baby major comfort some money abetina. That's it.
Yes, madam, my father Kwame and twice so Kwame free.
Kwame in the Castle Kumase. I'm Assembly Mokan, my detour one chair, but honorable one a. There's a more police, one law enforcement. Now, this about not in Ghana, with the Skadi, a bear, madame for so pass as a mammy, and then Noma. Young Kanku, you know. Scanning could see 122 million. Now 122 million next year, 12,200 Ghana cedis. The Buffalo unit of Kumasi Echeno. See I didn't be on hobby. Later, near Madame Fubako, our cocker and a catcher and say, or see police in say, oh man, 140 Ghana cedis, Obama Day. Now the Ghana mean change up till now. Assembly Fanco Court, no, Fan Assembly Court. The senior army no can say Ghana Buffalo unit. Now among for catchers say DSP Kofi
DCOP
and some now among DCOP. That's right. Sorry, me from Saint Martin Neiso. Me Franco ne Namenko country no near police CID ne Omo Makane. Na the account say Masako lawyer the lawyer no crowd so obedi scan obetimi de na kokota ginama discan mamia this am sabi tia 3,000 Ghana cedis which and next cut na military asem no e de konkon ha military ni obi a obeso asem ni mama me na police ni obi na se uni akra ni me no obi age me 1,000 Ghana cedis and ka bia obesha atade akoji mi sika mama me
eni amemfa onsia okay me da sememfa me next caller Pauli ufrefren.
Good evening.
Good evening, Pauli.
Yankopon come home. One I'm with my dear or mine.
Now, free.
Mepacho me free for Florida.
Okay, me nakasa.
Yes. Yankopon come. Mepacho mata makwa me kesa nkane say. Police for no. Omo ye ni adi be brave. Omo boy o my movie brave. But asamba ko pa me pesa me kane so bi wono ma no innocent. Enso no omo chine de ni kotuma. Na later omo find case ni out say. Nipa no asam na ye de ato no so no. Enye no kra. Yadi nipa na kwa to so no eno na den no ye fa ho is it compensation bi o mo de mo na second lawyers for no so at times e almost you do mo ya okakra omo jiska kase enti ama nipa no kra dodo na obi ono ma usuro so okola ya akwa na asama kire e bi kwa na lawyer na beje ne less ana obedi na asem kwa ma ni free onye ne fe but omanuma bi enti no ama nipa no kra kono wono kwa no usuro so so no mo de no so that e awon so fa ene topic
me da say me fa prince ntwatro me ne tew me ntio
Kofi
good evening na very
kasa free ni ba me dia na question no
oh okay ntio
Kofi I told you okay there and no have Univer like your preview for the stage. I do weekends at boys in a call. Now, police for now, a corporate police patrol. When I did, women say, yeah, now, and then now, police don't pay. Don't want to see you, pay a kind of don't see us, no one know. If you share any kind of say, in confer to look up. If you put up police, you are going to say, my and the I found them back on a chair. Into a chair or two to one and free able to. And I say, I don't be on a financial check. I come for. If you police move across, if you police are Rob Marshall, and I'm going to say, other police need to be boss, so I can't say, yeah, for the court. But I say, you know, if you know me, I got that when you catch the trip and you catch two cannon or no two cannon. If you was that, I was like, with me about some police near.
Medasipi, honorable, yeah,
the last case you're okay. I'm the Massimi, I'm the Mete. Na a onkana comment in him. Seem to be a robber and me just the commander near away into Obershana year to year. Not them particular case, you know, Mete was and papa. But young brother crew free Kumasi. Na okay bibi about ni case in army from the way you can feel there or a civil case. Into more hand with police, on take a civil action. Man lawyer no issue rate.
Civil action.
The lawyer when they are criminal as be about what Bokwedu. Now as you are more being mobile to march womanso a court. Now Ovi in Pinara in Yara Ghana for no so. And you bring there yes police for I them but ya can be. And I say police for Wejuma. About into America them. Me ye transport Juma war awaso Kumasi Kaka. Inti muhun business lifestyle or Kumasi Kaka. Mutumu there asante minimum unko businessmen onye ni nwenya asam ordinary kekempo or reporting the police. And most at times, not only in Ashanti region, at least I experienced that a lot. And I know that in Krenhanum and other places, you're tired the civil cases has become a police. You're a police forward that come here. Obi atowazi onti
obi de oka police as
a kawo on your crime. Obi de okawa. Obi ebe free wazi onti ekoni free na nkoto na. On in chada odi fraud. What towazi onti take a civil action.
Court.
Yes.
And your police assem. On
your police assem need to come a police in.
And the court no akase obi de oka majima wana say.
They be echumanso on the court manso e start with magistrate wana on the civil forms bia enwa wo bezbamo e be fail on magistrate wana on ye formalities p wo fail wo be fail was amo we be say amount na what the fact what that age and as can no so
baby okowura dey be share that time near
sure into no men kapede most of times you know civil cases was akama police for the police for one day come on. Okowiech na wankasa accuse the police in because on kada come on we it no question so shame. You are leading the police.
And we ever it's no lead the police before into temptation. Police before you na na for ne womo. Any womo and the boom and the
police station why one who bill contractors and was independent witnesses. Police for was one shiny because that will be order for mini trial no. Because independent with
you try topic so you better say benya police for na for mo nso abekire wo mo hawa wo mo enamu na ene lawyer assign atwaso e wo san komo yi a eho me gidi se wani age ho na mum ebre no e na asa me dey Kofi Adoma wani lawyer Avenue Markins every eye Uniba ene ne mpatamu etiatia mu ton ababebo aye nwumre amiate emra no ebias me no producer Welbeck Kofi Ampadu and have a camera, light, sound, MCR. ɛne obi bia yɛbɛgyina mo nyinaa na mu Adam ase sɛ mo nya aso ɛhwɛ yɛn etie yɛn ɛma mo nyinaa mo ɛne tie ɛne hwɛ